Hello everyone, I am here with a very quick and easy tutorial. I guess it's sort of a tutorial. I want to say a half-assed tutorial because I'm not really going to make one, but I'm going to walk you through all the steps on how to make a accordion ATC. So I'm sure that there's probably several videos out there. This is not my idea. I had seen this, I believe, on Pinterest, and I thought it was really a cool idea. So I just came up with my own version. I didn't really watch any tutorials, but I am sure there's videos out there. But this is how I'm going to approach an accordion style ATC card. So it's actually going to be, well, let's see, mine's going to be, one of them's going to be 3 on one side and one's going to have 4 on the other side. So I started off with a piece of 110-pound weight cardstock and I coffee dyed it. So this is my coffee dyed cardstock, and I cut it at 3.5 inches wide because the standard ATC is a 3.5 by 2.5, which is a standard card. And so I cut it this way, and then I turned it and I scored each piece. I don't know if you can see the scores at 2.5, at 2.5, and 2.5. So that gave me 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. And then you're gonna fold it like peaks and valleys, just like that. And this little piece that's left over, I will show you what I did. If you don't want it on there, you can certainly cut it off, or you can use it the way I showed you, or you can actually fold it over and put like a little closure here so that it holds your book all together and closes if you want, or whatever, however you want to deal with this little piece. But I will show you what I did with this. So after I cut everything the way that I wanted it, 3.5 this way, and then turned and scored it 2.5, so I have all my size of ATC card. Then I went along and I inked up all the edges with some Distress Oxide. Ooh, this one is well loved, and I believe it's Espresso, the color. You can't tell anymore because I store it like this. And so when I do that, everything gets dark on the top. So you can't really see it, but that's how I keep it together. So anyway, I stamped it, inked and stamped, and I used, the stamp set I used was this one, the Tim Holtz collection. What is this one called? I don't know what this one is called. Anyways, it's the stamp set has little bugs and the specimen card, and I don't know what the name of this set is, but this is the one I used, and I just randomly stamped both sides because you can decorate each one. So you'll have 1, 2, 3 on this side, and then if you flip it over, you will also have an additional 3 cards on that side. So I stamped it just randomly, and then I took it to my sewing machine and I just sewed along the edge. I did a double sewing, and that's all I did to them. And then of course, because it's coffee dyed, it's a little wrinkly because I coffee dyed it, but after I sewed it, then it kind of straightens out a little bit. At least that's been my experience up to this point so far. And then of course I decorated them, and I used the bug theme because that is the stamp set that I went with. So I will show you the one I just finished. Also, while I had the sewing machine set up, I went ahead and made these little what's this called, little clusters. So I just did them and then sewed them so that I could just easily add them to my pages as part of my decoration, my ATCs as part of my decorations. and I thought that was fun. So I went try to utilize my sewing machine as much as I can while I have it set up and out. And then I actually attached my ATC accordion to my journal. So it acts as like a little pull out. So it pulls out, and then you can pull it out on either direction, which I thought was really cool. So then this is how I decorated it. I went ahead and did a little journaling card there, and then just added some of the um, snippets from Tim Holt's Field Notes snippet collection, and some other random little pieces of ephemera. Here's where I used these little sewn clusters right here in the background. So as you can see, I can just add it straight to the page, and then I can just start from there building my layers around. So that's how I used that one. This one I left blank. I haven't added anything. I don't know if I will. I might leave that one so that I can journal or write in here if I want to. Here's another one. I just used the moth or butterfly. I don't know if that's a moth or a butterfly from the snippet collection. And then I flipped it over. And here's the front of my, so when it closes, that's the piece that you see in the front. And then when you pull it out, this is the other side. So I really love how it can be flipped onto either direction. And then this is where I use this little flap piece. So right here is the flap, and I went ahead and I just glued it into my journal so that it's permanently attached. And then to hide the seam and have it more, blend it a little bit more into the page, I went ahead and just added some wide washi tape that I have, which is very, earth tones. It's got leaves and mushrooms and all kinds of different things on this one. I have a whole set, and I believe I got this set on Amazon. I will see if I can find links for you. And so, yeah, that's how I created my accordion style ATC, and it's just in my journal. And I did my journal is a tab bind, which is really cool because I love how it like grows. So you know how sometimes journals will be like one side will be really tight, and then you'll have all the bulk from where you have created in your journal. But with the tab binding, it actually expands. So as I'm creating and getting all, putting elements in there that is all bulky, it will separate some, which I think is really cool. At some point when it's all stretched out, I will probably use a ribbon or something to tie it together so it stays all intact. But yeah, I made this out of a jumbo playing card. That's what this is. It's a jumbo deck of cards that I picked up at, like, I think Walgreens or somewhere. Had a bunch of cards one day, and I saw these jumbo cards, and I thought, oh, that's really cool. So I just went ahead and did a lot of, um, Tim Holtz sprays and some stenciling, and just kind of created. This is kind of my earthy element journal, which is what I do most of my fun stuff in. And I added a feather in there. I don't know, it's just a fun little journal that very first journal I've ever made. So anyway, that is enough on my journal. And yeah, so this is how when I go to decorate, I just kind of stick a tray in front of me, and I have all these little pieces and elements, and then I can just kind of come along here and decide what looks good. I stick down a couple of pieces of different sizes and different types of things, and then I just kind of pick through and build my embellishments in that manner. so to speak. And the reason I do that is because I have a lot of ephemera and I store it in big tubs. These are the big tubs that I store it in, and it just gets so much and so overflown with ephemera and stuff. I just kind of pick out a few things to kind of work with in the moment. So that is why I have it in a tray like this. So anyway, I just wanted to share my quick little step on how to do these accordion style ATC cards, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.